A great business runs like a symphony. Every section led by different chairs. Everything seamless and connected. Everything in harmony. Now you can harmonize your business with the right AI, data, and apps. And a suite to navigate uncertainty or seize any opportunity. Because when everyone and everything are in harmony, you can weather any storm and turn your visions into reality. SAP. Bring out your best.
Yeah, buenos dias and welcome to Sapphire 2025. It's great to have all our customers, partners, and analysts back here in Madrid. So, Sapphire moved this year from Barcelona back to Madrid, while in return, Barcelona won the Spanish championship title over Real Madrid. So I would say this is a fair deal to ensure harmony in Spain. And as we have just seen in the video, it is also important for your business to run in harmony. Because there is a problem which keeps us all up at night around the world. This problem affects every company, no matter which industry or geography. And that problem is uncertainty. Uncertainty about trade disruptions, about regulatory requirements, about how AI will impact my business and impact my workforce. And while SAP can't take away the macroeconomic uncertainty, my commitment to you is we will help your business to become more resilient and more competitive, especially in times like these. We will help you to bring out your best. So, in today's keynote, we are going to show you how SAP Business AI will reimagine how businesses run, underpinned with exciting announcements, customer stories, and demos across our entire suite. And we will show you how to get to the business suite in the cloud, making your Rise and Grow with SAP journey even faster, simpler, and at lower cost. Finally, we will close out the keynote with a very special announcement about how our technology will power one of the most famous golf tournaments in the world. And I have to say, this part of the keynote makes me a bit nervous, especially also looking at my performance last week in Orlando, because I will welcome another golf superstar here on stage. And this is, of course, a new chance to prove myself in golf. And so far, my golf experience has been limited to mini golf. So last time I played, I lost to my 5-year-old daughter. So let's see how it will play out this week. It will be definitely a very exciting finish to the keynote. So let's get started by showing you how SAP's Business Suite with embedded AI will reimagine how employees will work and businesses will run. We will demonstrate the power of SAP's Business AI with a flywheel effect. Why a flywheel? In physics, a flywheel is about individual elements that come together to create new energy. And here comes the SAP flywheel. The first element of the SAP flywheel is our applications. Not only do we have the broadest application portfolio in our industry, we also run the most mission-critical business processes end-to-end. So no one understands business and industry like SAP does. After applications comes the second element of the flywheel, data. The apps give us the richest treasure of mission-critical business data. No other tech company has more access to semantically rich business data. And now the data feeds into the third element of the flywheel, AI. Because having access to an enormous amount of business data is key to develop extremely powerful business AI. And then we make the flywheel spin faster and faster by infusing AI back into the apps which run your company. So the broadest portfolio of apps give us a vast amount of mission-critical business data which sets us up to develop extremely powerful AI use cases. The power of the flywheel and SAP Business AI are also the reason that customers like Alibaba Group are migrating to the SAP Business Suite in the cloud. To accelerate growth and increase productivity for the business of Alibaba. And Alibaba will also use our WISE methodology to benchmark, analyze, and run their business based on industry best practices, and to keep the ERP core clean. Today, we are also announcing the next chapter in Alibaba's and SAP's long-term partnership. We will offer Alibaba as a certified hyperscaler in China for China. So, Chinese enterprises as well as multinational companies doing business in China can move with WISE and grow on the Alibaba Cloud. And in China, we will also offer the integration of Alibaba's large language model, Klein, via the SAP Generative AI Hub, giving users access to localized Gen AI capabilities within SAP's application, and helping your business in China to benefit as well from the app, data, and AI flywheel effect. Before I hand over to my board colleague, Muhammad Alam, to show more details, let's also see the flywheel in action, showing how a company can manage uncertainty with the power of SAP's Business Suite and AI.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Sanjeet, Laura, Bianca, and I are stepping into the role of the C-suite. I'm playing the CFO, and I've just gotten off a call with our CEO, Christian. Bad news, tariffs are back on the table. So much for an easy start to the week. As CFO, I know how quickly this can hit our margins and throw off our forecasts, unless we act fast. But here's the difference today. Because everything's connected in one suite, I'm not waiting around. The answers are right there, exactly where I need them. The moment the tariff bulletin drops, my AI agent Joule flags exposure across 5 of our key products. But thanks to SAP International Trade Management, we stay ahead, automating trade flows, adapting classification, and staying compliant in over 160 countries. There's no delay, no endless back and forth. The classifications are done, compliance is covered, we're ready to move. My AI classification agent simply prompts me to review the details and confirm. By automating and securing compliance from the start, we make it a non-issue, freeing me up to focus on the bigger strategic decisions. Next, I need to understand the financial impact. But instead of stitching together spreadsheets and chasing down data from multiple different teams and tools, I can see the full picture right here. Planning and margin simulations side by side, showing exactly how tariffs affect our forecast and where the pressure points are. But now comes the critical decision. What's the right move? Well, the heat map lays it out for me. I can compare 3 options instantly, explore each path, and clearly see the real trade-off between revenue, margin, and risk. One strategy stands out, a coordinated approach that combines working capital optimization and targeted shifts in sales mix. Together, these levers protect our gross margin, manage cost of goods sold, and keep us on course for profitable growth, even in the face of tariff pressures. And it's not guesswork. The financial impact is clear before we commit. And because it's built on one connected suite, this becomes a unified path across finance, supply chain, sales, and HR, aligned and ready to execute. Finally, it's time to act. Joule scans our financial data for liquidity opportunities and presents two clear strategic options, whether that's adjusting payment terms or exploring financing options with SAP Taulia. A single click releases 1 million euros in working capital. No disruption, no waiting. In minutes, I select the lever that aligns with our liquidity strategy and take action. This isn't just another report. It's a clear decision I can act on fast and with confidence. Protecting the bottom line matters, but real success means driving top-line growth. And that's where my Chief Revenue Officer comes in. Sanjeet, over to you.
Thanks, Laura. Now that we have established compliance and its financial impact, it's time to go from defense to offense. As Chief Revenue Officer, my focus is clear: how to sustain growth. Managing growth at times of uncertainty means staying agile. I need to dig deeper. How do we convert our current pipeline and achieve the revised revenue targets? Which markets and segments are bringing new opportunities? SAP Sales Cloud and SAP Business Data Cloud help me easily estimate my realistic attainment with AI-driven predictive forecast. I see critical risk highlighted. I can even plan initiatives to safeguard any revenue leak. Augmented with market data, I arrive at segments with high growth potential and decide to launch targeted demand generation campaign with SAP Marses. Here on, it's all about execution. And today's world, selling needs to be intelligent and connected across the full customer life cycle, enabling sellers to respond to exceptions quicker. In SAP Sales Cloud, my frontline sellers are empowered with key insights, autonomous agents, and of course, with amazing user experience to mitigate risks, improve velocity, and drive trusted sales engagements. They are able to configure and build compelling quotes using SAP CPQ, leveraging market-specific pricing insights. Even with uncertain market conditions, the connected suite and the embedded insights ensures that my sales teams are ready to win. In a nutshell, SAP's AI-powered sales, service, commerce, and CPQ solutions, we are not just closing deals and resolving issues. We are building lifetime relationship and lasting revenue streams. Now that our customer-facing strategy is gaining momentum, the next step is to ensure our operations and supply chain can support this growth with equal agility. I need close alignment with our Chief Operating Officer. So over to you, Laura.
Thank you, Sanjeet. Now that we have a clear sales strategy aligned with our financial plan, it's time to make sure our supply chain is ready to deliver. I'm stepping into the role of Chief Operating Officer, where execution meets resilience. As COO, my first move is to respond to the updated demand projection I just received from my CRO. With Joule, SAP's AI Copilot, the relevant supply chain scenario is created automatically, and Joule guides me through the next best actions. I start by rebalancing our inventory levels to reflect the new regional demand shifts directly in SAP Integrated Business Planning. This automatically updates our supply strategy and transportation plans, immediately flagging key exceptions that need my attention. As I review the scenario, I realize the regional shift puts pressure on upstream supply. Using SAP Business Network, I can quickly collaborate with our suppliers, confirming component availability and securing logistics capacity early, minimizing bottleneck risks. And this is way more effective than my old method, the avalanche of emails. To stay ahead of risks, I share the adjusted supply plan with finance and sales in real time. Together, we fine-tune the sales plan, ensuring we meet demand without unnecessary inventory buildup or financial losses. And the best part, I can execute the entire plan directly from my supply chain dashboard, keeping manufacturing, procurement, and logistics aligned and moving as one. And now it's time to move the people strategy to the newest changes. Handing over to you, Bianca.
Thank you, Laura. Finally, this comes to me as the CHRO. Based on my analysis of the demand projections from the CRO and the supply chain changes from the COO, I need to adjust the people strategy quickly for strategic locations and critical skills. That means encouraging skilled employees to take on new opportunities, hire new talent, making sure we have the right skills across the entire organization to meet the growing demand on the business. And we have to do all of this while optimizing people and operational costs across the globe. Leveraging workforce and skills data from SAP SuccessFactors in People Intelligence in Business Data Cloud, we can analyze very quickly our current workforce landscape, providing real-time insights to identify gaps, prioritize upskilling, and guide our workforce strategy. For example, which employees already have the skills that we need to fill the gaps, and where are they? Let's explore that. These analytical insights allow us to proactively plan, recruit, and mobilize the talent that we need now and in future, rather than just reacting. It's not about short-term fulfillment. It's about getting the right people in the right roles at the right time, regardless from where the source is. This is true workforce agility. Back to you, Laura.
Thanks, Bianca. What you just saw is what happens when the entire C-suite is in sync. Finance, sales, operations, and HR, all working off the same data, acting in real time, and moving together. The SAP Business Suite helped us get there. One team, one strategy, shared priorities. Now, we're ready to act.
Please welcome to the stage Mohammed Alam.
Buenos dias and gracias. And now that I've exhausted the extent of my Spanish, we'll switch to English. But thank you for being here. Christian talked about our quest to reimagine business applications and why the flywheel of apps, data, and AI is critical for that to happen. Now, what we saw in the demo was an application layer that is end-to-end and seamlessly integrated. A data layer that provides a harmonized data model with high-quality data, strong governance, and rich semantical context. And AI that's built upon that high-quality data and natively available in the apps that you use every day. Now, the flywheel effect isn't a new concept. In fact, a lot of you in the audience, particularly the CIOs, have been working hard to enable this for your businesses every day. Most organizations have a very disparate and heterogeneous application landscape built over time, often because of acquisitions or because one application may offer a few extra features than another or a slightly better user experience. This requires you to then spend a significant amount of time and money integrating the applications together, moving customer information from this application to that, order information from here to there, and inventory and supply chain data from app A to app B. All of this just so you can run your business. From here, you then need to extract and bring the disparate data sets into a single place and try to harmonize the data model, just so you can then create basic reports for your users in yet another application so they can get the insights they need. And while all of this can be done, the data is now disconnected from the source application. It loses its semantical richness and puts a massive burden on your organization to continually maintain it. These are not, as you know, one-and-done efforts. You start over every time with a single change in any application. In fact, we estimate that organizations can spend up to 80% of their effort and budget in putting together this fragile balance of apps and data, leaving only 20% of your resources to work on creating value for your business. Very much like an iceberg, you spend most of your time on work that's happening under the surface and visible to the business. And just like we can only see the tip of the iceberg, only a small portion of the value you create is visible to the business. This fragile balance that has existed for a while now breaks down in the age of AI. Because to create exponential value, you need to have your data available with the end-to-end business process context. Enabling this in a disparate, disconnected landscape is almost close to impossible. So it leaves you with a less reliable and disconnected AI and agentic experience. Or even worse, you're forced to build yet another set of complex one-off integrations to stitch together an AI experience that tries to create this elusive end-to-end business process context, suboptimally at best. So how did we get here? We got here because admittedly, the suite players, such as us, were not innovating fast enough. In some cases, we're also not fast enough in integrating our own set of applications or providing an out-of-the-box harmonized data model, leaving almost as much work for you to do as if you were implementing a non-SAP application. And to fill this capability and integration void came the best-of-breed players, which have now proliferated the landscapes. This has what's led to the iceberg effect, which couldn't be farther from the flywheel effect which you need in the age of AI. So the question is, what can you do? You can either further complicate your landscape by adding yet another layer of tech, whether with workflow providers or platform providers, where you knowingly or unknowingly move more towards the iceberg as opposed to the flywheel. Or you can simplify it by moving towards a landscape that enables the flywheel out of the box. Today, we believe you have that choice because the differentiation that best of breed had to offer doesn't exist anymore. Just as the infrastructure layer, while still critical, has been commoditized by the cloud, the application layer, while still being mission critical, will get commoditized in the age of AI. A feature here or a feature there, or a slightly better user experience in one app versus the other, will all be marginalized with AI. Today, what we offer is a best of breed as a suite. It's not an either-or choice anymore. Best of breed as a suite, or what we also call suite as a service, the new SaaS, is what will allow you to take advantage of the flywheel effect. In the age of AI, true differentiation for your business will lie in how you can spend 80% of your effort creating value, and this can only happen when you simplify rather than complicate your landscape. Best of breed on its own is a thing of the past. Today, the value of the suite, without compromising on capability or experience, and with the right level of choice for you, is the future. And today, you have that choice with the SAP Business Suite.
So let's take a look at how we can make the flywheel even more powerful for you, starting with Business AI. Let's take a really honest look on your business today. So how much more productive have your teams become due to AI? 5%? 10%? At SAP, our goal is to make every end user 30% more productive. A compelling goal, but how do we turn this goal into a reality for you? Do you remember the days of the SAP GUI? I certainly do. Long, long days. End users like myself had to go deep, deep into the transactional ERP system to perform manual tasks and analytics. The next big UX milestone was mobile, giving end users the ability to work from everywhere. And now we are entering a new era where the software is working for the end user, and there is no need anymore to dig deep into the system. End users will use their human language to interact with Joule as our new UX. And Joule will provide answers to any business questions they have. In the back end, AI agents will take over manual tasks from employees across end-to-end processes. Last week, we announced that we are making Joule available to you everywhere and giving you answers on everything. Let's show what this means for you, starting with Joule Everywhere. Today, Joule is available in every SAP application, one click away. And now we are expanding it to any non-SAP application, so you can access Joule from everywhere. Last year, we acquired WalkMe, an adoption platform guiding end users across SAP and non-SAP apps. Now, by combining Joule with WalkMe, we turn Joule into an omnipresent, always-on, proactive, and personalized AI assistant. No matter in which app the end user is working, SAP or non-SAP, Joule will be everywhere. Now, let's show you how Joule turns every end user into a super user. No pressure, Sarah. Over to you.
Thanks, Christian. Imagine having your own business AI assistant available in every application you use, be it SAP or on the web. For example, if you're managing a production supply chain, every supply issues that typically crop up appear in your ticketing system, such as ServiceNow. Let me show you how this works. So here I am in ServiceNow in my browser, and you might notice the new Joule action bar on the bottom left corner of the screen, which is powered by WalkMe. The action bar proactively offers help based on what's happening on the screen. And, oh, there's an urgent ticket request that just appeared. How convenient. Let's look right in. So I can get an instant summary on the issue at hand, and I see that there are issues reported with the material batch. Jumping into the ticket, I see that some material is unusable since it's out of spec, and the Joule action bar now provides me the view on the immediate supply chain impact. So as you can see, we're facing an increased risk for disruption since there's no backup supplier, and Joule offers to find an alternative supplier. I'm happy to take that offer. Think about what's happening right here. Joule is pulling information from multiple different systems, and it provides it to me together with a recommendation in a timely, relevant, and personalized fashion. In order to find the best alternative supplier, Joule uses SAP Ariba and suggests we source from a company called Enertech. Now, while Enertech is able to deliver in a timely manner, their prices are pretty high. I recently met with Enertech, and I recall that they sent me an email with a better price offer. So I should search my inbox. And thanks to Joule now being omnipresent, I can actually ask Joule to help me with that and trigger this automatically. Thanks to WalkMe, Joule can now pass this request on to Gemini, which then takes me over to my Gmail inbox. It searches my inbox, and it finds the right email for me. There you go. That looks like a better price. OK, so based on this, let's now get a request for proposal issued, and Joule agents take over in the back. So the only thing that I need to do is confirm. OK. And the Joule agents are now working on this. And thanks to this being done, I can go on with my day. And let's quickly switch over to LinkedIn while we're waiting for the supplier to respond. I can post about how well this demo is going. And let's post. And that looks good. Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. And as you can see, we have a very fast supplier at hand right here, because they already got back to me, and we get an immediate notification about that, even though I was on LinkedIn, a completely different website. So let's look into this. And the next step we're taking is to issue our purchase order. And again, everything that's happening now is happening behind the scenes. So no action on that side for me. And I get navigated over to the S/4HANA system. And thanks to WalkMe's automation capabilities, this is being filled out dynamically. So pulling information from the S/4HANA system, from the RFP. And as you can see, it truly works like magic. So all we need to do now is click on order and create the purchase order. All right. So you might reckon there's one last step that we need to take now, which is we need to close the ticket in ServiceNow. And I can do this with only one click. Joule is again offering that information to me. And it takes me over to ServiceNow, where we started off. And based on the previous context information, it is providing the draft for me, and I can simply post. Isn't that easy? So as you've seen, Joule is now available everywhere, across all applications, a truly omnipresent business AI assistant. Back to you, Christian.
Very well done. Joule being available everywhere, I love it. And thank you, Sarah, for showing us how Joule will become the best friend of every end user everywhere they go. But we are not stopping here. In addition to making Joule available everywhere, we now enable Joule to answer everything. Today, Joule already helps you to answer a wide range of questions by connecting structured SAP data as well as unstructured content within your own company. But last week, we announced how we are taking this to the next level, together with Perplexity, a company that is pioneering a new way to find answers with AI. Because every decision starts with a question. So you need answers you can trust. Joining forces with Perplexity enables Joule to provide answers on everything. Joule manages the data that our customers rely on for trillions of dollars of decision making. And Perplexity is already a leader in making sense of a lot of unstructured data and content. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're reading online the latest news on tariffs, and you want to understand what it means for your business in a specific country. Through our partnership with Perplexity, Joule will now be able to think through your question, find your business data of this country, understand that data, and correlate it with the external information on tariffs, giving you an answer that you can trust. Together, Perplexity and SAP are redefining how our end users can find answers on everything and make better decisions faster. These are just a few highlights of how our business AI will help you to navigate your way through uncertainty. And now, let's welcome on stage our CTO, Philipp Herzig, to tell you more about SAP Business AI.
Good morning, and thank you, Christian. Well, it's been an exciting journey with Business AI and all of you together so far. You remember last year what we committed to you? 80% of the most used workflows readily available in Joule. And oh boy, did we deliver. Now that translates into 1,600 skills, Joule skills, covering a wide range of tasks in finance, and HR, supply chain, and more. And with that, we are reimagining how people get work done so much faster from everywhere in a beautiful way. And that's just Joule for Business. We also increased the product line with Joule for Consultant and Joule for Developers, helping already tens of thousands of consultants and developers every day to achieve more. And also last year, remember, we promised you to ship more than 100 generative AI scenarios all across our suite of applications. And we overachieved that. Now, 230 scenarios are already available across the suite, and by the end of this year, we're fully on track with 400 generative AI scenarios. And we're really thrilled to see the adoption kicking in massively. 34,000 customers are already using SAP Business AI on a regular basis. For example, British Telecom, they streamlined all of their candidate screening and finding the right skilled candidates 85% faster, or completing their HR tasks 40% faster with the help of Joule. Or take PwC, they designed for Novo Nordisk a tax determination solution that helps Novo Nordisk to gain back 3 years of manual efforts every year by eliminating costly tax rate errors. Or Bosch, who are using Joule for Developers to increase their ABAP developers' productivity by 10%. But now, let's actually hear from one of our customers how they're using AI and the suite on a regular basis in logistics. Please give a warm round of welcome to Sasha Tekok from DHL. Hey, Sasha. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
So, Sasha, good morning. And well, first off, before we talk about AI, give us a little bit of context. You are in a massive business transformation at massive scale in your finance system, many finance systems. Give us a bit more context so everybody understands that better.
Yeah, indeed, Philipp. As the leading global player in logistics, operating in 220 countries and territories, with more than 600,000 employees, DHL processes an enormous volume of financial transactions every day. We have launched a cross-divisional program to transform a historically diverse system landscape into a unified, cloud-based, and globally standardized system landscape. We started, actually, our journey with a greenfield, clean core setup in the private cloud. And while we are assessing our strategy to move to the public cloud setup. Today, we have 25 plus companies across the globe live. We have shifted our focus at the same time on accelerating the public cloud adoption, targeting for more than 80% of our legal entities there, including complex entities with significant volume in third-party business. Philipp, this unlocks process efficiencies for us. It reduces and optimizes our IT costs, definitely, and it enables a faster adoption of future innovations, and yeah, it shifts our user experience in the 21st century.
Absolutely. And well, that's actually really great, right? And as you said, innovation happens really in the cloud at a fast pace. Now, let's talk a bit about AI, right? Because this unlocks a lot of value and a prerequisite for AI. Like, how do you assess the value and which use cases are you actually looking into from an AI perspective?
So overall, I must admit, we only implement use cases if there is a real measurable business benefit, and a reasonable time to market, actually. We're not adopting technology just for the sake of it. But talking about AI, we look at it through two lenses, actually. So first, the foundation. By moving our finance workloads to the public cloud and unifying the data layer, we scale the adoption with embedded AI and simplifying the task management for our finance colleagues. And secondly, various use cases of existing solutions, we move into the SAP Business Suite now to scale with more volume and much better results. Let's look at examples. While we already have a quite advanced OCR solution for retrieving invoice information in place, we were impressed by SAP Document AI with 100% accuracy of a huge number of invoice documents out of the box, which significantly elevates our automation rate. Additionally, we see a huge potential to leverage agentic AI for our automated GL account determination. Today, this is a highly manual task for almost 2 million non-PO invoices a year, and we're working with your teams to solve this challenge. Or take order to cash, where we would benefit even more from an efficient processing of 3.5 million remittance advice files every year, where we aspire to achieve more than 90% accuracy with SAP Document AI. On top of that, enterprise service management will help us to automate the handling of different finance channels, such as mail or chat.
Very cool, Sasha. So this is a massive scale, right, that we're up to with that challenge. Tell us also a bit more beyond what we're currently doing or what you have currently already adopted, what you see as a next step in AI.
Yeah, think of month-end closing, for instance. Closing the books today means thousands of micro judgments by our colleagues, which can be supported by AI in combination with advanced financial closing or enterprise service management, like mentioned before. Yeah? To make redundancy-heavy and error-prone tasks like accruals easier, we closely collaborating with your teams, try to participate at the Joule Agents beta program for early feedback and adoption. We are really looking forward to the first results of it, as well as engaging on more AI agent use cases, Philipp.
Yeah, absolutely, and we have the right announcements just in a minute for you exactly on that topic. So thank you so much for the great partnership. DHL is a fantastic customer, a great company. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sasha Tikov.
Thanks for having me.
Alrighty, so talking about our AI strategy, it's really three things. Joule is our new UI in the age of AI. Joule Agents, as we're reimagining the business process layer, and AI foundation on BTP, more and more turning into an all-encompassing operating system for AI. We talked already a lot about how Joule itself is transforming the way people work. And with the announcement that Christian just shared earlier, we're taking the user experience to a completely new level, way beyond SAP, everywhere, for everything, and for everyone. Now, while Joule transforms the experience layer itself, Joule agents are transforming the business process layer. Now, if you think about this, for the past 2 decades, enterprise software has really been designed around one key principle. We call this Insight to Action. Insight to Action, as you all know, enabled our end users to navigate across a bunch of business applications, crawl a bunch of data sources in order to arrive at a conclusion to then hopefully make a good business decision. Now, Joule has already massively simplified the insight part, because now you can converse with the system in natural language, and you can ask the system, because of the cross-integration, anything you want. But this still requires the user to always think about the next best question. So it's think and wait, think and wait. But why would we spend a brilliant human mind doing this? Isn't the next logical step to let AI do it itself through reasoning and collaboration? With this, we are actually, with Joule agents, making a paradigm shift in enterprise software, taking insight to action to reason and act with AI. For example, take our all-new financial risk and planning agents. The risk agents reason over external market data, for example, coming from Perplexity, together with your internal analytical data to identify risks, and then are making suggestions to mitigate those risks, for example, by diversifying your suppliers or coming up with new pricing strategies. They then act to simulate the impact on your P&L before our planning agents take over to implement the right tactics in the supply chain, for example. Or as Sasha mentioned, our all-new accruals agent for finance that slashes up 90% of the work that's required on accruals and financial close. The accruals agents start by learning the accounting handbook. That's usually a couple of hundred pages long, and it reasons over these unstructured rules in combination with your financial data, and then acts to propose the right accruals during financial close. For example, if you take a recent warranty claim that you need to build an accrual for, the agent pulls all the data from data sources like historical sales data or product usage data, and then it corrects also the internal allocation to propose the right accrual, and you can move on swiftly. This saves accountants potentially hundreds of hours during financial close and close the books faster and more compliantly. Joule agents will take business processes to a completely new level. And today I'm excited to share that we will ship many of new agents ready out of the box with our suite of applications, such as an all-new shop floor supervisor agent, an expense validation agent, or a performance and goal agent for HR. Now soon, you are going to have a plethora of agents coming to your workforce. Joule agents from SAP, custom agents that you build with Joule Studio, and of course, third-party agents from other vendors too. So we need something to control and govern all these agents along your business processes, with and beyond SAP. Therefore, we are thrilled to introduce AI Agent Hub and SAP LeanIX. SAP LeanIX already knows your business processes. It knows your enterprise application landscape. So it was just a very logical step to expand the methodology to agents too. Now, the AI Agent Hub lets you map every available AI agent to the respective business capability or process step it supports, and with that, enriches that AI agent's context. You can spot automation gaps and discover new agents to close them, or you can track your governance, for example, by saying whether the agent fulfills your ethical or your compliance standards. And that's, again, how we are reimagining the business process layer with AI agents step by step. Now, to make Joule and Joule agents work, we are relying on a rock-solid foundation. Joule agents run on AI Foundation on BTP. AI Foundation already today provides more than 90 technology capabilities that empower all of you with the full flexibility in this fast-paced AI ecosystem, while providing the stability, integration, and enterprise readiness that BTP is famous for. And today at Sapphire, we're introducing 60 new and updated capabilities, such as an all-new AI agent runtime, an AI evaluation service, and of course, the latest AI models, including GPT-4.1, Gemini 2.5 Pro, as well as just from last week, Claude 4 from Anthropic. And you can also pick best-in-class industry-specific models, such as models from Deloitte, with expert knowledge in supply chain and finance. And further, we are also providing a range of self-hosted models in a more secure and compliant and sovereign way. Starting Q3 this year, we're thrilled to provide actually the entire AI Foundation end-to-end out of European data centers, fully managed and operated by SAP. With this, you can benefit from the frontier European models, such as Mistral, Medium 3, or Aleph Alpha's T3 German government model, with your data never going elsewhere than Europe. Customers like SBB, for example, love this already because they have been an early adopter, building a lot of cases on this new stack that we are providing directly out of Europe. And in addition, to further accelerate the AI adoption within Europe, we're very excited to form a partnership with Mistral AI and Capgemini that with that infrastructure to fuel the AI adoption within the overall region here. Now, these models are astonishing tools capable of delivering exceptional results when you have carefully tuned prompts. But there's a big, big challenge. Once you've committed to a certain model, you're stuck, because changing the underlying model is super hard. Even subtle model updates can kind of break your application logic, your carefully tuned prompts that you invested into. Now, why do you want to switch a model? Now, very simple, like last week, all of a sudden, great new models appear and you want to benefit from better output quality, or better accuracy from the advances in AI. But maybe there's also a new model available that delivers you the quality that you require already, but maybe at a tenth of the cost, or a tenth of the performance and latency. Or what if you committed to a model, but now you expand to another country where this model is not available or falls under certain regulations? There are tons of reasons why you need to change the underlying AI models. Therefore, we had to invent a technology that allowed us to get rid of prompt engineering. So we introduced one new button in our AI foundation, which works like magic. Because if you click this button, it takes all your existing prompts for your AI models and automatically converts them into prompts for all these other models and the latest models with simply a click of a button. We are thrilled, therefore, to announce Prompt Optimizer in AI Foundation in joint collaboration with Not Diamond, a frontier AI lab out of San Francisco. With this new technology, it's very clear that prompt engineering is really a thing of the past. Instead, today, we're introducing a new category that we are calling benchmark engineering, because it is really all about describing the outcome of what the AI should do instead of explicitly telling the models what to do. Prompt Optimizer is available today in private preview. And now, let's take a look how we take the whole idea even further. Because right now, Joule agents are bound to the digital world. But now, we are bringing them also to the physical world.
Somebody warn them, this is the future. I pulled up in a DeLorean. Yeah, I know you know just how the whole story is. It's legendary, I need a historian. Oh yeah, you know that it's on.
Now, physical AI and humanoids are really starting to disrupt everything. Manufacturing, warehouses, retail, and maintenance. And while these robots already can move and work phenomenally today in the physical world, they don't understand business yet. Because with Joule agents, we will empower robots to actually achieve business outcomes. And therefore, we are really thrilled about a groundbreaking partnership with Neura Robotics out of Germany and NVIDIA. Let's see this in action, how we imagine this. So the humanoid robot has been trained here in NVIDIA's robotic simulation environment in the Omniverse on an injection molding machine from Engel. And we deployed a visual inspection model from SAP Asset Performance Management right into its brain. Now, when we blend over to the show floor here at Sapphire, the humanoid uses this model to check if maintenance is required. So if you switch to the camera so we can see what the robot sees, we see that the nozzle requires repairment. And now, actually, the humanoid is using Joule and a maintenance agent working in the back office to create the maintenance order, and, of course, dispatches another robot to deliver a new nozzle to the show floor as well. And now the order is, of course, in progress, and hopefully we can look at that machine after that show being fully repaired by these robots here on the show floor. Now with this, you see that with SAP Business AI, the future is already here. And it's an essential part of the flywheel to help your business through times of uncertainty. And with that, I'd like to hand it back to Muhammad.
Thank you, Philipp. Now, let's move on to our next key element of the flywheel, data. Harnessing the full potential of your data really is the name of the game. Every organization today is on a journey to transform how they operate turning insights into action, a prerequisite for reason and act that Philipp talked about. With SAP Business Data Cloud, we help make that possible. We're truly humbled by the reception and the early success we're seeing from our launch in February, not just from customers, but also from our partners who want to create more value for you, our customers, natively on top of Business Data Cloud. As a quick recap, if you've missed it, BDC provides SAP-managed data products in a harmonized model across all SAP applications. A data fabric layer that allows you to unify data from SAP and non-SAP applications, along with the world's best data engineering platform through our landmark partnership with Databricks. And intelligent applications that provide you real-time insights and intelligence with its end-to-end business process context. We're excited to introduce our first set of intelligent applications, starting with Cloud ERP intelligence for our private cloud customers. This offering brings together finance and supply chain data products, including data and insights from the Sustainability Control Tower, which is now also part of this intelligent applications to truly create end-to-end insights for you. Second, and as you saw in the demo earlier, is people intelligence. Built on top of SAP SuccessFactors, SAP Fieldglass, and Finance, this offering delivers data products and out-of-the-box insights around your total workforce, its composition, skills, compositions, all critical elements for your workforce planning needs. And finally, spend intelligence. Today, also known as Spend Control Tower, gives you a complete 360-degree view across your total spend, direct, indirect, services, contingent, and travel and expense. BDC was launched with openness as a core tenet, and I'm excited to announce today, or last week, a new partnership with Adobe. Adobe is developing an intelligent application that combines SAP's Cloud ERP data with data in Adobe Experience Platform. This allows you to then have more accurate market-driven financial and supply chain plans in SAP and better, more accurate marketing activities in Adobe. This is just one example of a rapidly growing ecosystem that includes both data enrichment partners as well as partners building intelligent applications for you. I'm also very excited to announce that SAP BDC, now with the power of SAP Databricks, is going to be available on all hyperscalers, with AWS available now and GCP and Azure coming very soon. With that, now let's take a look at some of these innovations in BDC. Please join me in welcoming Orla Cullen to the stage.
Thanks, Mohammed. So a lot has happened since we introduced Business Data Cloud earlier this year. And today, we're really excited to take a step further and show you the richness of the intelligent applications available, as well as some of the new AI innovations. So with SAP Business Data Cloud, finding an intelligent application to answer my business question is as simple as asking Joule. But let's take a look. So imagine I'm a CFO. So I'm going to ask Joule to let me know what's happening with my cash flow. How has it been trending over the last few periods? So I ask Joule, and immediately I'm redirected to my Cloud ERP intelligence, and it gives me a link to give me an immediate view on my working capital. So here I can see my key liquidity and cash flow metrics, but as a CFO, I may also need to see how well the company is doing against our sustainability targets. So again, I'm going to ask Joule to see how we are doing. Are we reaching our sustainability targets? I ask the question, And again, I'm redirected to a link to show me key details on my sustainability and see we can dive deeper on the emissions that we've set and the targets that we're reaching. There are also many other C-suite users who have questions, such as maybe a chief procurement officer who wants to stay on top of spend. So here we can start to ask a few more detailed questions. So we can start by looking at the linkages between suppliers to better leverage the volume deals and look at discount opportunities. So here, again, I'm rooted to my spend intelligence, and I can start to dive a little bit deeper to see what's happening here as well. Or finally, maybe a chief HR officer who wants to understand more about the talent flow and employee engagement across their business. So again, let's ask Joule to see what's going on with our talent flow in the organization. OK. And now we're brought back our people intelligence. So let's take a deeper look at what's happening with people intelligence, which was announced a little bit earlier today. So I jump into my intelligent applications, and straight away we have access to multiple assets that underpin this intelligent applications. So we can see the multiple pre-built assets that give us hidden insights, and also we can take a deeper look into the data products that are building out these insights. So with that, we'll go ahead and install it. We install our package. And now we can zoom out and see the business decisions and processes that people intelligence is ready to support. So we see workforce composition, we see compensation insights, skills insights, but there are many, many more to follow. So let's take a deeper look into our workforce composition. So on the overview page, we get a bird's eye view of the talent flow across our organization. But we can actually drill down onto all the different areas, for example, role, location, and many, many more. We can also go a little bit deeper and compare different metrics across our organization, for example, headcount. We can go deeper on our job families and job locations. And then also we can take a look at what's happening with our talent flow. And with that, we can start to see how many joiners, leavers we have across the organization. Now, all of these analytics are rich in business context and ready for action. And they're insights that I can trust because they're fueled by my HR data products. So now as I look across my organization, I can see that our overall attrition is a little bit higher than we've expected, and we should investigate this further. To do this, I'm going to need a little bit of help from my data scientists to help me understand these attrition trends and the cause behind them. So we're going to take a video right now to take a look at how our data scientists can better look at this different information. So our data scientist opens SAP Databricks in Business Data Cloud, and here we can see how it natively connects to the data products within Business Data Cloud. We can see line-by-line specifics of the data that makes up our HR data products. And also, we have time to prepare our data set for the attrition forecast modeling. And again, we do this directly in SAP Databricks in Business Data Cloud. Our data scientists then can open a Python notebook to create a confident and intuitive attrition forecast to help us navigate the road ahead and see what's happening with our forecast. So now that we have our employee attrition forecast, let's go back into our dashboard. So we can see here that there's a rise in churn, but we want to understand why. And to do that, we're going to look at some of the key drivers. So we're going to open a new simulation. And straight away, we can see such key drivers, things like compensation ratio, development skills, and also employee satisfaction scores, to name but a few. So we can get ready to run our simulation. We need to set a few parameters, which we'll do here. And then we can run our scenario. So using the powerful AI simulation capabilities available in SAP Business Data Cloud, we can analyze tens of thousands of business simulations on these key drivers to see which ones have the most impact on the overall attrition rate. And here we can see that our compensation ratio and skills development are both key contributors. I can further extend my analysis by bringing in financial data as well. And behind the scenes, here we see the BDC knowledge graph, which allows me to see the relationships between my data, and I can leverage these rich semantics and context for training AI models. So if we drill in a little bit further into our knowledge graph, we can start to ask some more nuanced questions using Joule. So for example, maybe I want to understand the total breakdown of cost per cost center per location. So again, I can ask Joule, first of all, if they can group my employees by cost center. It then returns this information for me. I might want to take a step further, because I want to see expenses like salary, travel expenses, all of these things that are recorded against the cost center, so I can ask Joule for these as well. And finally, I can combine both and get a clear view of the total people cost by team by combining those powerful HR data products with our finance data products. So armed with specific information on how we can proactively improve our retention, we can then open SAP SuccessFactors and we can take action. And here we can see from a single solution, SAP Business Data Cloud enabled both business leaders and data experts to connect all their data across multiple systems and deliver the answers our Chief HR Officer needed. And with that, back to you, Mohammed.
Thank you, Orla. And now moving on to the final layer of our AI data app data AI flywheel. Now, as you've seen in today's keynote, when the flywheel kicks in, the application data and AI layers are really inseparable. You saw great examples of those in the end-to-end suite demos at the beginning, the AI agentic experiences with Philipp, as well as the intelligent applications demo with Orla on BDC. We continue to innovate aggressively in each of our application domains: finance, spend, supply chain, HCM, and customer experience. Our aim is to be best in class in each one of these domains and be second to none, with deep industry specificity and natively embedded AI. Now, we would have had to double our keynote time if we were going to show you some of the innovations across all of these domains. So we didn't do that. But we do have dedicated theater sessions for each of these areas that I would highly recommend for you to attend at Sapphire. What we will show you instead are innovations that will allow you to get to the suite faster so you can focus on simplifying your landscapes. We help you do that with our Business Transformation Suite, which allows you to connect people, process, and systems together to make your transformations real. And with SAP Business Technology Platform, or BTP, for your last mile development, automation, and integration needs. Let's start with the innovations in the Business Transformation Suite. Last year, as Christian said, we announced the acquisition of the world's leading digital adoption platform, WalkMe. And while WalkMe is already available for you to deploy across all of our products with your own content, we are excited to announce that WalkMe is now integrated out of the box with standard content for SAP SuccessFactors, SAP Ariba, and SAP Sales and Service. WalkMe will also be integrated out of the box with standard content available for private and public cloud customers in the second half of 2025, so you can get the full power of WalkMe across the full SAP Business Suite. On the process side, I'm excited to introduce AI-driven transformation advisor and root cause analysis capabilities in SAP Signavio. With these, you can now isolate business challenges from your financial reports to get tailored recommendations and analyze correlations to detect leading contributors to your challenges to help you take corrective actions. And finally, on to the system side, or the enterprise architecture side, we're excited to announce AI-assisted architecture guidance in SAP LeanIX. This capability automatically checks your enterprise architecture for potential improvements and creates well-defined steps for you to be able to act upon. With these insights, you can focus on high-priority initiatives to create value for your organization. Now on to BTP, or Business Technology Platform, which is the foundation for SAP Business Suite and the most seamless way for you to extend, automate, and integrate SAP applications into your landscape. Within BTP, SAP Build is our solution for application development and automation. Available as part of SAP Build, I'm excited to announce Skill Builder and AI Agent Builder in Joule Studio. Skill Builder enables you to define simple rule-based tasks, and AI Agent Builder helps you create custom agents that tackle goal-oriented and complex business scenarios with dynamic planning and reasoning. We're also very excited to announce that SAP BTP will be coming to all the major hyperscaler marketplaces in the second half of 2025. This, of course, includes AWS, Azure, and GCP, and will allow you to be able to seamlessly leverage BTP with your hyperscaler of choice. Now, getting to the flywheel requires more than just amazing products and tools. It requires a capable and trusted partner to help you in that journey. And today, I'm very excited to introduce our new initiative on this front with Accenture called Advance. Advance will help companies with annual revenues of nearly 4.5 billion euros to achieve their business transformation by creating a streamlined pathway to the cloud. Through a combination of SAP Business Suite and Accenture's long-standing consulting expertise, Advance will fast-track transformations through ready-to-use, pre-configured, and tailored packages across the SAP Business Suite. This now completes our walkthrough of the innovations across applications, data, and AI. We know achieving the flywheel can seem daunting, but the simplicity in your landscape, and more importantly, the value it creates for your organization can be massive. And now, I'm excited to welcome a customer that's personally very important to me, and not just because their escalation path in case we screw up is very short, but because of all the amazing things they're doing to have SAP run on SAP. Please join me in welcoming Sebastian Steinhauser, our Chief Operating Officer and member of the Executive Board.
Woo! Did you guys see all of that? Do me a favor. Raise your hand if you're part of an IT team. Don't be shy. Yes, yes, yes. So now, keep your hand raised, not so quick. Keep your hand raised if you know the feeling of having very demanding business stakeholders. Yeah? I thought so. Believe me, Christian and team have new ideas literally every day. And then they look at us, SAP's IT, to enable them yesterday. And of course, everything within budget and absolutely compliant for Dominic, our CFO. So let's talk about how we make this possible, how we at SAP run SAP using the power of the apps, data, and AI flywheel. Let's start with AI. With Joule, our developers, our consultants, or colleagues in HR already get significantly more efficient. And those are just some examples. Across SAP, we track several 100 million in efficiencies committed to our budget. Now, next up, data. Earlier this year, SAP became customer zero of Business Data Cloud. This offered us a step change in our data strategy, providing us finally one common data layer across SAP and non-SAP data, enabling us to deliver better insights faster to our business. Next up, we are going live with the first intelligence app, People Intelligence, for our CPO, Gina. Now, let's move to the third part, the app layer. And let's talk about how SAP simplifies SAP. For us, many meetings don't start anymore with PowerPoint. Instead, we use Signavio and LeanIX to discuss how we can simplify processes and how we can evolve our enterprise architecture. And now, with WalkMe, we can also supercharge change management for our people. That's so important. Now, this tool chain also underpins our very own RISE with SAP journey. At SAP, we moved from ECC to Cloud ERP and the SAP Business Suite. So we are all in on RISE with SAP. Along this journey, we use BTP for a clean core, and with that, we are always on the latest release, consuming SAP's latest innovation with zero upgrade effort. However, also for us, RISE is a continuous journey. So what's next for SAP? Next up, we go live with a two-tier architecture, delivering a 100% standard greenfield public cloud runway for our volume business. The benefits are clear. For the business, a zero-touch process, and for IT, zero customization effort. Now, while I'm super proud of everything our team does every day, luckily, we are also not alone on this journey. Let's welcome two fellow customers who are on their respective Grow and RISE journeys. Let's welcome Juraj Feheravi, owner and CEO of Belenka, and Stefan Schubert, Group CIO and SVP of Amos Sports Group. Let's welcome them. Great, welcome. So, Juraj, let's start. Belenka is a Slovakian pioneer in footwear, and you've grown the business rapidly over the last 7 years. So tell us, why did you decide to grow with SAP?
Sebastian, to be honest, from the early stages of our company, we invest a lot to research and development to make shoes really great with anatomic shape, ergonomic, and we'll invest a lot to our soles, to our molds, to our compounds, to technology. We invest a lot to community and to branding worldwide. In this case, I think it's necessity to invest to robust and flexible system who will cover our operations worldwide, and we can scale our business in other continents and grow with company and leave your operation for guys who know how to do it. So that was our choice, and we are happy.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So, I mean, today we talk a lot about uncertainty and the future. So what's next for Belenka and your journey with SAP from your perspective?
I still feel that we are just starting, and we are rapidly growing worldwide. We are looking for new distributors, for new B2B partners. We want to scale our business, and we have a big expectation from system, what you are providing to us. Learn from you what is industry standard, what we are doing, more focus on our added value for customer, and all operation, warehouses and everything leave for you, and our business can be more scalable. So I think nowadays is more important to have a like laser and do things much better and enhance our core business and operation having good hands.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing your growth journey.
Thank you.
So maybe, Stefan, moving over to you. Amos Sports runs some of the most recognized and famous sports and outdoor brands. I think you're active in 40 countries with over 13,000 employees. Why did you choose to RISE with SAP?
Yeah, Sebastian, you know, we are coming a longer way than Juraj. Yeah? So we are running R3 since the late 90s. We upgraded several versions, implemented AFS, the famous apparel and footwear solution. And in 2017, we started to think about our next step. And we thought about S4. We were running the global instance of ECC for many years, but we had one brand, Arc'teryx, who were still running a legacy ERP. So for us, it was obvious that we would start with that brand, that we were seeing a massive growth and also a major transition in the business model to D2C. So we needed really a strong core that would support their business with features that are relevant for an apparel and vertical business. And RISE was the perfect offering for us. So it gave us all the things that we needed. The fashion version of S4 was excellent. Also, our AFX experience was also a good start. And it was not just about the cost predictability and of course, the technical upgrade. It was also, we knew that RISE would be the start into our cloud journey. and it would give us the right foundation for the future. So new features becoming available through that platform. And to be honest, when we took that decision, nobody was talking about AI, but now we're super happy that we're having a platform there that has all these things coming up, and what we've seen before is just very exciting.
Awesome. So what's next on your journey?
Yeah, we still have that ECC system that we need to migrate. So that's the big project coming up for us. So I'm always calling this the gravity of legacy that we have to all carry. But we need to make sure that we are taking the learnings from Arc'teryx and bringing this to the rest of Armor. So we really build a foundation here that we want to take forward. And but the business transformation that is required needs to be well planned. And that's why you might think about why you started 2017, why not there yet. This is a transformation that needs to be well done. And it has to be a business transformation. We all know those terms. It has to be business-led, enabled by IT. It's so true. So otherwise, it won't work. And at the same time, we are convincing our business by showing them all those new technologies coming up. So we have several use cases on AI at SAP where we're looking at the capabilities here. Very exciting. We're also a beta customer for Business Data Cloud. So also here, we can really take business with us on the journey on this transformation. So that's super important.
Awesome. Thank you. So maybe a final question to both of you. So for someone in the audience here who's starting their journey, what would you recommend to them? Maybe Juraj, start with you.
I think that is absolutely important nowadays. Focus on your added value for customers. Why customers choosing you? For us, it's R&D and development, but this is the most important thing. Then, of course, you have to be good in process, good in system. You really go the streamline with everything what you can automatize, with artificial intelligence, with processes, with everything. And the last but not least thing is to grow like leader. I definitely need to grow like leader if I want that my leaders want to grow. And then if everything's work together, we can grow like organism together, and we can scale our business worldwide. So this is my recommendation. Added value, system, and build leaders and build people, because without people, you can't grow.
Awesome. Stefan, what's your perspective? What's your advice?
Yeah, so I think all of the audience can probably recite by heart the key elements that are important for transformation. So 2 thoughts I would like to offer. So first of all, we all talk about the vision. So, and it's clear that for transformation, you need a vision. But I'm always saying that important is not only the vision, but also that you're developing the sufficient sense of urgency for the transformation. If you're not feeling the pressure to really go, and it doesn't be a negative pressure, it's a positive pressure, but you need to develop your business, and that urgency needs to be received by the management. It's not just an IT transformation. So that's my first recommendation. Make sure that you're establishing the right sense of urgency for the transformation.
That sounds familiar to me, at least.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the second thought is what I call this gravity of legacy. Don't underestimate it, and don't get trapped into just bringing over things you've been doing so long into the new world. That's what the change is really about. So be prepared. The gravity is going to pull you. Be prepared to pull back.
Awesome. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you, Juraj, for sharing your respective journeys with SAP. And looking forward to be a strong partner along your journey. So thank you very much. And with that, back to Christian.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefan. Yeah, thanks, Sebastian, Juraj, and Stefan. I have to say I learned something backstage listening to Sebastian, that SAP has a demanding CEO is news to me, but Sebastian is definitely right that the pressure on every IT team is higher than ever before to deliver projects faster and at lower cost. So how is SAP helping you, every IT organization, to deal with this pressure? Last year, we made an important announcement about our integrated tool chain. We now apply in every RISE and Grow with SAP project. Helping customers like ConocoPhillips. They started their WISE journey with a heavily customized on-premise landscape. Now, they have automated their core business processes, achieving a 94% fit to standard, reducing 7 million lines of code, making expensive and long ERP upgrades a thing of the past. These are already great achievements, but this year we are topping it, making WISE and GROW with SAP even faster, simpler, and at lower cost. Let's start with how we make your WISE and GROW with SAP journey faster. We developed AI agents embedded across the entire WISE tool chain to move you 35% faster to the SAP Business Suite. These AI agents perform process benchmarking and automation tasks as part of Signavio, enterprise architecture optimization as part of LeanIX, and they automate code generation and system migration with Joule for developer and consultant. You will hear much more about this in today's keynote in the afternoon. Now, believe it or not, we come to the second point. We are making it easier and simpler to do business with SAP. Let me repeat that because it's so great. We are making it simpler to do business with SAP. So we heard you. You asked for a more simple way to consume our SAP Business Suite in the cloud. That's why I'm excited to introduce our new LOB-specific solution packages tailored to the buying centers in your company, covering finance, supply chain, human resources, procurement, sales, and services. And all of these packages include SAP Build to help to extend your applications while keeping the core clean. We don't customize. These solution packages heavily simplify the way of doing business with SAP, resulting in much simpler commercial terms and contracts. All packages are delivered out of the box with managed integration, what Muhammad calls the best of breed as a suite. And they include pre-packaged and SAP managed content for each and every industry. And there's more. To help our customers to further simplify their transformation journey, today we are also excited to announce that we are expanding our partnership with Microsoft. Together, we are introducing a new Business Suite acceleration program with Microsoft Cloud. This program will bring together our partner ecosystem to provide a much smoother path to SAP Cloud ERP with faster time to value, deeper partner expertise, and embedded AI innovations from SAP and Microsoft. And then on top of that, for our customers that are already on their WISE with SAP journey, SAP Cloud ERP on Microsoft Azure now offers a 99.95 reliability SLA. Our last announcement is to make the migration with WISE and GROW with SAP at lower cost. Too often, you, our customers, spend 10x or more on services compared to software. We don't want that. So to shrink the software to services ratio, we will cover the typical costs of migrating to the SAP Business Suite for ECC and our S/4 on-premise customers, especially for the customers who want to work with us on the fit to standard. And our teams are available for you. Please reach out to them to talk about our free of charge migration packages to the SAP Business Suite. So net-net, we are making it faster, simpler, and at lower cost to transition to the SAP Business Suite with WISE and GROW with SAP. Now, as I laid out at the beginning, we are closing out the keynote with a very exciting golf announcement, and that is the part who makes me most nervous, a little competition. But before I invite our special guest on stage, let's roll the video.
This is more than golf. This is the Ryder Cup. A challenge to bring out your best.
Oh yeah, Now he's excited.
To hit that form.
Would you believe it?
To make that team. To wear that shirt. This is where 100 years of history drives the ultimate competition. Where unmissable moments combine with unimaginable drama.
Oh my goodness gracious me!
It's where legends are born. Where rookies earn their stripes.
The young rookie strikes.
Where you are part of something bigger.
Oh my word!
This is more than golf.
Oh, look at this.
This is the Ryder Cup.
Can you believe it?
Where your best is made real.
So, thank you. Do you feel as well the emotions and the passion of the fans and the players? We at SAP, we are very delighted to be the official sponsor of the Ryder Cup. We are very proud to make the event the very best experience for the fans, powered by our business suite. Now, a great partnership also deserves a great launch. So please welcome on stage Paul McGinley. Thank you. Paul, welcome to Sapphire.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. It's great to be here and so many people. Wonderful.
Yeah, so Paul, you are playing on the tour for, I guess, almost 25 years, over 25 years?
I'm an old man now, Christian, yeah.
And backstage, no. Backstage, we also talked about, you have been actually the captain of the European team when we were winning the Ryder Cup in 2014.
Yes.
We talked about leadership.
Yes.
So here are many business leaders from all over the world. So tell us a bit more, what is your view on leadership? What is leadership all about?
Well, let me just explain a little bit about the Ryder Cup for those who mightn't be golfers in the room first. The Ryder Cup is held every 2 years, and it's the best 12 players from Britain, from the whole of continental Europe, against the best 12 players from America. It's one of the biggest sporting events in the world. It's up there with the World Cup, with the Olympic 100-meter final in terms of viewing figures. So it's a massive event. But what's so unique about the teams is the captain of the teams is an ex-player, and you're voted in by your peers. So it's a very interesting place where your peers actually put you in this place of leadership. So it's a very difficult situation insofar as you're leading people that you used to play with, but you're also leading people that are trained to be individuals. From the age of 12 or 13, they're trained to be playing in an individual sport that golf is, and then once every 2 years, they're put into this arena where they have to play as a team. So your job is to try to coordinate these individuals and make them into a team. It's not easy.
I can definitely relate to that, leading SAP and, but you getting voted by the team, actually, it also shows you that you have to be a great guy, I have to say. So, You
learn. I mean, I've always been interested in sport. I have a huge interest in other sports, and I've always been interested in leadership. I have a background in business, so it was something that I really enjoyed, I really relished, and something I'm still involved in now. I'm now an advisor to the current captain, and I still have a huge association with it. And I've learned so many things over the years, and leading people, as everybody knows, is not an easy thing to do. It's full of challenges, but it's also very rewarding and interesting. And there's so much that I've learned, and there's so much that I've enjoyed.
Yeah, so Paul, I'm not sure if this was a great idea, but I'm not the best golf player out there.
Neither am I.
I'm only trained in mini golf, but I said, when we have you, we have to do a little competition. Are you up for that?
Of course.
So let's go over.
Ready.
So have you ever played golf at a tech conference?
Not quite at this level, no. But I have played in front of a crowd.
So I hope you are a little bit nervous as well here.
I have played in bigger crowds than this, even though this is a big crowd. So
you are my guest.
Let's see what I can do.
You are my guest. You go first. I want to learn by watching. You take. Is there one of your? Is this your?
I'll choose this one.
Okay.
How about that?
Good. So.
Okay.
Here we go.
Thank you. So really.
Yes.
I would like.
And the winner is, we have one part, and the winner is who either goes hole in one or who comes closest.
Okay.
When I win, can I be part of the European team?
No. No. Sorry, Christian, we're not that desperate.
Yeah. That's so nice.
Really, I should let you go first, because then I can see what the break is. But
No.
I'm going to be nice to you. I'll go first.
Oh. So.
Okay, that wasn't far away, was it? Okay, that's not bad. Yeah,
it's good. It's good.
Let's get this thumb. Get this thumb down the shaft. There you go.
Here.
There you go. That's not bad.
No, that is not enough to qualify for the team, Paul, I would say.
Let's have one more go.
One more?
Yeah.
Sorry
when we go
over time, but now, okay, let's do one more.
Let's do one more. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Yeah!
I knew you were going to do that.
Well, it was a real pleasure to have you on stage with us. And I wish you, of course, only the very best for the Ryder Cup.
Thank you.
And thanks so much for joining us at Sapphire.
Well, thank you very much. It's nice to be here, and welcome to Team Europe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you.
So, what an end to the keynote. I want to say thank you for joining us this morning. Together, we have seen how the SAP Business Suite, infused with Business AI, helps you in times of uncertainty. And how we will help you to get to the Business Suite faster, simpler, and at lower cost. And please let me finish the keynote with a very personal commitment to you, our dear customers. We will continue to listen to your needs. We will continue to deliver great innovations. And we will stay by your side across the entire journey, especially in times of uncertainty. Thank you very much.